Steve Wyertz here. Welcome to Ed My Shred. I'm going to take a budget-friendly guitar like this Kramer Baretta Special that I have right up here. And we're going to turn it into, right there, the 78 Eruption guitar. Now let me show you this Baretta Special. I already have I took the pickup out. This is the original tremolo. I got a couple screws in here, but I got the strings off and everything. And because I've already been messing around with this since like the third video I tried to make on this thing. Anybody that tells you this stuff is easy, it's not. All right. I'm going to go over to the Gibson website here and show you something. Here we are. This is the Kramer Baretta Special. So I took this off, took the strings off, right? I don't have the whammy bar in there right now. And this is what it looks like. $229 Kramer, and we are actually on the Gibson website. Here's the whole picture right here. Now the one I have has a black headstock, but you can get these in different colors too. Really nice guitars. I mean, for the price, $229, you absolutely cannot go wrong. So Gibson bought Kramer, and they put this out a few years ago, and I bought this one when they first came out. And I've done a couple mods here, but guess what? We're going to turn this thing into the 78 Eruption. And in order to do that, we need to make a pickguard. All right. So that's what we're going to do today. First thing you got to do is make a pickguard. This obviously does not come with a pickguard. Show you this. All right. Pay no attention to this tape right here. I'll tell you about that later. This hole obviously is bigger because this is your volume knob. There should be a 3/8 hole right here. But I'm one of these guys that likes to roll. As I play, I'm rolling the volume knob down. And there's a couple of fixes for that. But on this one, before I figured out the fix, I'm going to put a Tessie kill switch in here. And I went with blue instead of red. Everybody always goes red. But Eddie Van Halen, on all of his pedals and everything, he always goes blue. And I figured this is an effect, so I went ahead and went blue. So then I moved the volume knob down to here. So pay no attention to that. So yours is going to have a 3/8 hole right here where this Tessie is. If I can get it back out of here. There we go. And we're going to put a pickguard on this. Now let me show you the pickguard. This is the pickguard that I made. And this is going to be really easy because you're not going to have to cut this pickguard out. What we're going to do is we're going to go over to Amazon and we're going to buy a blank pickguard. And then all we have to do is cut out for the pickup, the volume knob, and slightly modify it. I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. Hey, real quick, if you're not subscribed to the channel, reach down, subscribe, hit the like button, and if you want to visit my website, if you want to know the truth about God, okay, I used to pastor a church, but that doesn't qualify me. I actually found God. I wrote a book called The Truth About You and God for free, from my website. Download it, read it, share it. My website is pastorstevew.com, and everything on that website's free. All right. Shameless plug of advertisement right there. So let's go over to Amazon and let's look at this pickguard. So here it is on Amazon right here. I hate it when it does that. $10.99. Now they had another pickguard on here that I bought this one too, but you don't have to. You don't have to make the mistakes. That's why I'm making this video. I bought this one right here. Now, it's not even close. Okay? Oh yeah. Let's go back up here. So that one is not even close, and I have it over here, but I'm going to use it for a blank template to show you guys how to do this. So I went ahead and just taped over, you know, the pickup and stuff because the volume didn't match. You can see that the neck doesn't match. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Now this one has all the holes, so you can use this part of it as a template, or you can just look at it because the one over here only has 4 holes. It only has 1, 2, 3, 4 holes on it. But what you're going to have to do is modify this neck up here, and you're going to have to modify this around the bottom. Now, this is pretty darn close. But I want a little wider because I absolutely do not want this tremolo catching on this pickguard. So you buy yourself the blank pickguard. And now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put this thing on a piece of paper and we're going to trace it out. So that was a blank pickguard. Okay, here's the other one. And what I wanted to show you is this is the exact shape. So you buy the blank one. And what you're going to end up doing is modifying this a little bit. Mine's a hair bigger down there. You may not even have to modify that. But that's going to be a 3/8 hole there. And the main problem is this neck cavity right here. And you can just get in there, but you got to do that with your template. So we got this, and this is larger. This is 11 by 14 or something. It's a piece of poster board because it absolutely will not fit on a regular letter size paper. But however, I combined 2 pieces of paper when I made this one and just taped it across right here if you want to do that. But for the video's sake, right here, we're just going like this. I already got a little notch in here because I started to route on this to show on the other video, and that's what happened. All right, so, and your blank one's going to have the 4 holes. So there you go. Now we're going to cut this out. And it doesn't have to be perfect. If I can find my scissors. Because when you get around the openings and stuff, I'll show you how to do a little trick with just using tape. But you're not going to be messing with any of this outside stuff that I'm cutting right here as far as the shape of this, because you've already purchased the blank one. And so this doesn't have to be perfect. So we're going to do it real fast. I wonder if this cardstock is just too heavy. Gonna find out. Okay. This is all going to be modified. I'm going to show you a little trick. You're going to say, Steve, what are you doing? Watch this. Going way wide. There's a method for my madness. Can actually go wide in here too. I want to go a little wider because I don't want the tremolo hanging up on it. This tremolo is actually angled a little bit too. Don't worry about it because we're going to use the tape to solve this problem. All right. There you go, in real time. So, we're going to get this back on the guitar, and let's take a look at it. Okay, here's the guitar. This is the template. Okay, and yeah, we can cut this out a little more. Say, Steve, what are you doing? Okay, so you want to make sure that you got this positioned in here where you want it. That actually looks pretty good. I can go a little wider on this and this, which I'm going to do. Okay, so right now, we got it on here. And that actually, so this moves a little bit. I'm kind of liking that. So, let's do this. We're going to tape this in position. And And it just depends where you want that piece right here exactly. I'm going to go like this. Just hold it in place. Hold that in place. So you pretty much got this held in place. You say, Steve, this looks like a hack job up here. Yeah, not for long. So you can perfectly get this where you want it. I don't want to get it too close. Got a pair of glasses around here somewhere. It's a lot easier doing it this way than it is trying to cut it all out. Especially with the harder cardstock or whatever. Cardstock, I think, is even heavier than this. But then you can go like this. As far as your rounds. That's where it is there. Corner. And you really don't have to worry about getting those round because the Dremel has a round bit on it. But I'm just following this like that. All right. So how do you like them apples? Now, if you wanted to straighten this out a little bit, right down here, I'd go like that. Then you can trim that piece of paper off. I mean, I think that's pretty good down here. Oops. Now remember, there is a method. Do my madness. That's going to be a little bit rounded there, right? That's going to be a little bit rounded there. Basically, there's your pickguard. Okay, now let's take it off of here. And I'm doing this real fast, okay? And let's go over here. And let's put it on your blank pickguard. So you can line this up. Right? Okay. Yeah, moved a little bit. I'm just trying to hurry. I mean, I've already done mine. Take your time, get it right. Okay. So, we got to take care of this right here in order to get that to fit onto the guitar. So what you need right here is a Dremel. Okay? This has got like a 80 grit sandpaper or something on here. Bought this online. I'm going to show you how easy it is to remove this material. Let me get this one out of the way. Don't tell me my battery's going dead. I'm going to press the button. Now this does have this protective film on here. So I could cut that off. The X-Acto knife. There we go. Make it a little easier. I think my battery's going dead. I'll be, of course, you know, right when I want to make the video. I've been charged this thing like forever. All right. So I also have another bit here that you can get in a little narrower on the tip in there. So let's take a look at this. So the bottom had fit pretty good. If you wanted it a little bit wider, I did. But let's see what happens here. Just basically want to show you how easy this is. I mean, they want a fortune to build you a pickguard, you know. And Okay, so I got to go in here and I got to open this one a little bit more in here. Might as well do it. Then I can show you how to use this. Come on. So we want to take just a little bit sharper in here. Not bad. I mean, look at that. That's literally how easy it is. Now, from here, let's go back to the paper. And I haven't done one with this cardstock like this yet. Make sure you got it where you want it. Okay, you can find your hole. Your hole's right there. I have a little bit bigger hole on mine. For the Tessie switch, but you're going to drill a 3/8 hole right there. If you put the Tessie switch there, then you can drill your other hole back here, and it really doesn't matter. The problem that I had when I originally made this, okay, I had drilled the hole in the wrong position because I didn't have a pickguard on it, and actually my volume knob was hanging over. Oh, when I put it down here, I put it over here. My volume knob was hanging over. Let me show you this other one. Yeah, I had it too close over here, and so it was actually hanging over the outside of this, so I drilled it here. But if you're not gonna, you get the idea. So now we have to get this cavity in here out. I'm going to show you the best way to do this. And we are going to find that X-Acto knife. Once again, here we go. We're going to get in here. We're going to cut it. Probably want to make sure that this is taped down pretty good. I used a thinner notebook paper when I first did this. And I should have a vacuum cleaner out here, which I'm definitely going to do when I'm done. Okay, so you just got to be careful. Take your time. you can just follow this right on your guitar here. Okay, and then you just got this little guy here. And I'm doing this real fast because I've already done mine, but just to show you. Okay, so now you have it cut out for your pickup. I'm making a mess. You know, this is in my office. It's not like I have a guitar studio. Slash laundry room slash whatever. Okay. So what you do then is put this guy back here. Right? I ripped that. Put this guy back here. Okay, so this is where your pickup is going to go. And you can, you know, mark this, you know, with a pen or a pencil or a razor knife. Okay. Now you see the outline here. So, and you might say, well, this is the tricky part, but it's not. Get yourself, I'm using the same 3/8 drill bit that we're going to drill for here. Okay? And you just drill through here. Obviously, this one is not solid because I used the solid one. So you drill holes through here with your drill. I drilled like here, 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 and kind of like this, went through, and then cut this out so that you had a hole to work with. You can even take this and screw it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Drill that out, and then just get in there with your Dremel. I mean, I don't think I need to do a full on, where's my scissors? Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so just get yourself a hole in here. Right? And then just get back in here with your Dremel and Dremel it out all the way around the shape that you want. This guy here takes off the most. So it'll be coming over here like this. You can bring it in, bring it in, bring it in with this guy, and then come back and clean it up with this one right here. I actually screwed this down where I wanted to after I had this marked. And then I drilled a teeny tiny little hole. I didn't drill the 3/8 hole. I mean, I put a little teeny tiny one in there. I used a real small bit. It was even smaller than this. And I drilled this 4 holes, 3, 4. Put in 4 screws. Screwed it down. Drilled one small hole here off of the template, right? And then you drill this out until you get a hole in here. And then you just come in with the Dremel and you finish out the pickup. And when you are done, okay, backwards, it's going to look like this. Now, I made my, here I'm putting the Wilkinson VSVG tremolo on here. It's a gold one. That's why I had those 2 screws here. But this is it right here. So this is the beginning. You know, and I just Dremeled in here. I literally screwed this thing down once I cut a hole in here big enough where I could get in, and just went like this with the Dremel and went all the way through and cleaned that out. Now, if you're going to put a Tessie knob on here, instead of this 3/8 hole, which would have been here, you've got this hole. You want to get yourself a step bit like this. So take it all the way down until you get it to the correct size. And then your Tessie switch will go right on there. And then the volume knob's going to go here. Otherwise, you put a 3/8 hole here and just put the volume knob on here. All right. So I hope you like this edition of Ed My Shred. We're going to turn this thing into a 78 Eruption guitar. And you're saying, Steve, I don't want to paint that. Guess what? You're not going to have to. Electrical tape. Watch this. That's how easy it is. You say, Steve, are you crazy? No, watch this. See this guitar? This is all electrical tape. Every single bit of it, other than the 5150 sticker right here. And I think I got a star or something on here somewhere. But this is a 5150 24 fret, right? And that's all done in electrical tape. That's Van Halen on a budget. Now, if you wanted to actually paint it, okay, what you need to do is buy the black Kramer Baretta Special. And then tape it off and then paint it white. This is my Frankenstrat right here. This is a total paint job, and it came out absolutely 100% beautiful. But do you have a month? I had to wait a week in between each coat on here. But I absolutely love this guitar. If you haven't watched the video on this, you need to watch it. I added these saddles here. These are brass saddles. I've got a brass nut right here. I've got brass rollers here. And I put a kill switch in here. I went ahead and bought an EVH kill pot. Not a kill pot, but a volume knob, and put the tone on there. And this thing's, I don't know if it's the brass or what, but this guitar plays really, really nice. The strings bend better than any guitar that I have. And you can see that that's an actual Wolfgang special out of Japan, made in Japan. And I got the D-Tuna and everything on there. This guitar is my favorite. And I made that out of a 39-inch Fesley Strat. All right. God bless you guys. I'll see you next time. Remember, time is running out, right? I have it over here on my shirt. Time is running out. Are you ready? Real close to Jesus coming back. Actually can't wait because this world is messed up. All right, I'll see you guys next time.